Hello, world. This is Talkin Live. Welcome back to Talkin Live. We hope you are warm out there today, and I hope you're taking your puppies inside the house. Don't leave them outside. And make sure they got plenty of shelter. Don't forget they have feelings too, and make sure they're fed. Give them plenty to eat. Don't hide the food from them. If you can't afford them, don't dump them on the street. Take them over to a rescue center. That's something I want to push toward everybody. Don't never take your animal and dump it off on the side of the road somewhere. And I just can't see it, man. I just can't see somebody doing that. But tonight, I'd like to talk about, the poor and how the things is going for the poor people today, the homeless and the veterans. I called out to some people today and try to get some advertising for the veterans and also for the animal shelters, all that kind of stuff. We run free. We don't want to charge you for running anything to help someone that's sick or elderly or for a good purpose to help, humanity. That we will run free. Be sure you watch that Divorce is Hell too. Our ratings went up on that show. And remember, if you're divorced or you're thinking about a divorce, don't hesitate to call us here and come in here and let's do a show and let's sit down and reason and talk about what your problem is and see if we can't solve that and save your divorce or save from getting a divorce. And, your children, remember your children, they pay the price for that. And family always pays price for when people get divorced. Everybody always gets disturbed or upset about it. But it happens, and it's going to continue to happen forever until time comes to the end because nobody can agree on nothing anymore. See, I can't agree with the government, and I can't agree with all the children that's going hungry in this country because of our government. But yet they're feeding somebody overseas, which I don't mind it. I don't mind feeding children. It's these grown-ups and deadbeats that think they deserve something that they don't. And of course, we're feeding the whole border. Every border we got people coming across it. And Biden, he's easy to give that money out because it don't belong to him. If he had to give up his check or give up the benefits he has in life, he wouldn't be giving it up either. He wouldn't be giving those tax dollars up. And Ukraine, Ukraine is a bad thing. Everybody suffers in a war. And when you get down to it, both sides are in fault. I mean, in God's sight, we have a war to stay free, but when we have wars to justify murder and all this kind of stuff, that's not a war. I mean, that's just an execution for both sides. And I love my country, and you see, we got these new shirts. I said, no, it's on this side. Well, we got the flag, United States flag. This is our flag, And I know a lot of you like to destroy it and get rid of it. But this is our flag. This stands for our country. This stands for blood and the freedom everybody has fought for. And it's been given away tonight. It's been, it's just been given away. Our country has been give away. Have you ever heard that old saying, the fat cats? Well, the fat cats is letting it happen. You wouldn't be fat cats if it wasn't for the poor cats. I tell you that. Of every generation, every nation, it took the the sweat and the backbone and the lifting and the pulling and working hard and digging and all that to make every country great. That's what it took to make America. It took people to come over here that love this country, not people that's just flowing across the border to be able to get in here to do harm to the American people. I mean, I heard the senator the other day talk about how the cartel, how the cartel's doing this and that. Yeah, they are, but they ain't the only one. Our government lets everybody get away with anything. Now, you can be an American and stand up for what you believe. Now, they want to string you up and put you in prison. But that, that's the way America was built on, is freedom, stand up for what we believe in. And they talk about racism. Racism, when you hate a Jew because they're Jews, you're a racist. You hate a Palestinian because they're Palestinian. That's racist. What is racist? What do you think race is all about? Is it about love? No, it's not. It's about hate for no reason. I mean, because a little Spanish boy comes across the border, I don't hate him because he's coming over here. It's just the way that it's been done. People coming over here like the Tennessee River rolls in and around, and all them millions of gallons of water roll into Tennessee and out into the ocean. That's the way it's rolling in. It's coming in here, and Biden said the border's secure. Huh. It's secured, all right. It's secured for those that want to come in here. You don't have to worry about it. The border's secured. It's secured. You can come in as many as you want. We got it secured. We got it set where you can climb the fence, go through the barbed wire. It's secure. What a crock. And well, all the bad things is happening now because of Donald Trump, the previous administration. They can look you in the eye and tell you that and say the economy's good, everything's great. They look you in the eye and they don't feel guilty at all. That's because they're the ones guilty. They have no conscience. They only say what they want to say. And I know a lot of people. You tell them if you jump off that cliff, it'll kill you. When you got down and when you jump, it's too late to turn back. Nah, you don't know what you're talking about. You mess around with drugs, you're liable to get into some of that fentanyl. Do you know pot's been sprayed now with fentanyl? It's been treated with fentanyl. You get a hold of a joint of that and then you're dead. Ain't no turning back then. No turning back. See, that's the problem. The Americans getting to the place there's not going to be no turning back. If it don't come to a halt right away, it ain't going to be no turning back. You think Donald Trump gets in there, I think the prices will change some, but it's got to a level of starvation for Americans. And you know why? Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, every country in this world that needs help, America is supposed to do it. We work not for America, we work for the world. We pay taxes for the world. We don't pay taxes for American people. When you pay your house off, you got to keep paying taxes on it. And that's because of waste. Our governments, our local governments, and all our government agencies, they don't look at how the money's going before they make a deal. I mean, they'll go and build up a place and take the taxpayers' money, and they don't have no idea when they're ever going to get it back. Oh, we're building this big place up, and we're going to have all these people come in here, and we're going to collect taxes. They never show. I know a place in Rossville they think's coming back, but it's not. It'll take 100 years to come back to that place. I remember when Rossville was a thriving, beautiful city with stores, and I mean, that's when me and my wife first, in 67, that's when we first got married. Man, we used to go to the stores. They had the nice stores all up and down through there now. Look at it. Look at it. And, you know, it's because, you know, poor people they're saying this, poor people have poor ways. Poor people can only do so much. And what makes me sick to my stomach, I don't mind for my taxes going to other people in my country. I'm sick and tired of my hypocrite government that makes out like they care. Oh, cry me a river over all of South America. Cry me a river, because they're all in political danger of being killed and all that. Some of them are. Well, Harris has got this great idea that if you send them a bunch of money, Mexico and all these cities where people are Venezuela, send all them people that money to help pay for the citizens. And they got all them like oil and all these precious minerals they could sell and take care of their own country. I was looking at Gaddafi, you know, the sister, Gaddafi. I was looking at that and what he did for his people. You know, he done a lot of wrong. Sure he did. You know, Gaddafi. This is Gaddafi that had the nuclear weapon and all them. It had the nuclear weapons, going to use it on us. That man paid all health care. He paid for their education. He paid for their cars. He bought everybody. I mean, he made sure everybody had a decent place to live. I mean, the man was taking care of his people. He was selling that oil. And everybody wanted to get rid of him. Maybe that's the reason they wanted to get rid of him. Because he made us look like shame. He didn't take all the money and give it to other countries. He took care of his people. I know he's a wicked man. And I know all them countries over there would kill you in a heartbeat if they thought you was going to take over their position. It's getting that way right now. They'd love to kill Donald Trump and get away with it. And they may do it before it's over with. And Venezuela had a opponent running for president, and they kept on till they got rid of him. And that's what America is trying to do to Donald Trump. They got somebody they oppose, and they want to get rid of them. That's why we got all this poverty, greed for power, greed for money. Now, you take Saudi Arabia. The king over there, he owns homes all over the place, millions of dollars. The man can only live in one home. He can only drive one car. He can sit at only one table. Why does he need all these homes for? I mean, he's got a big place over where he lives. It's worth millions, billions of dollars. What does he need all these homes for? These garages full of brand new antique cars, multi-million-dollar cars, and people starving to death? How can you hoard something like that knowing people are starving to death? But as I was saying, Gaddafi, he looked after his people. Now, that man there was a better president than Joe Biden is, you know. And, I mean, I couldn't believe, I mean, they had dental health, everything they needed. In other words, basically, if they found you on the side of the street, they'd pick you up and try to get you started. You know what Jewish people used to do? I don't know if they still do it, but they help one another. If they see one of their brothers in a bad shape, and they know he's got a potential to make it, they will help him. I think it's a couple of times or three. After he fails that time, they don't do no more with him. They used to be the Jewish counselor. But see, the way it is here in the U.S., they see you down, that makes you, if you vote the opposite way than they do, that makes you no good, a traitor, a terrorist, and all that stuff. This country's gone. Just about it. It's gone. It's going to take more than Donald Trump to change it too. It's going to take more. It's going to take some people that love one another and love their countries to change what's going on. Do you think that you'll be able to stop all those people coming across the border now? I mean, you'll have to build walls with razors all up and down the wall to keep them from climbing, sliding up the wall. It's gone too far. Biden turned loose hell on America. And I talked with someone today about solar equipment. I know there's a purpose for solar equipment, but it'll really have to move up in technology to be able to replace gas and oil. I don't make nothing about, there ain't no oil company telling me to brag on oil. I got sense enough to see it. But see these, and I agree with you people that protest on some things that on the environment. I don't hear you marching up and down the road, blocking the road, and talking about all the other stuff. You know, what good is there if you can? I mean, what good is it to try to save one thing, not save another when they both will kill you? It makes sense. If the air's polluted, you can't breathe it, you'll die, right? Well, if the ground's polluted, you can't grow nothing. And you can't eat none without contamination. Well, you'll die too, right? Or you have cancer and then you'll die. Cancer is a grievous sore that's put upon man anyway. Just don't kill her for it. It's the wrath of God upon mankind. And I believe men that have so much cancer of the prostate, it's a curse on them too. I really do. Breast cancer for women, I believe it's a curse on women. Because of evil, I really do. Like AIDS was it's a curse on homosexuality and all the stuff that's going on. It's a curse on them. Everything that comes from above is blessing. But God don't send these diseases. The devil does. He just stands back and lets them happen. People today don't understand that God has an angry side to him sometimes. He don't always just have love. He's patient, long-suffering, merciful. His grace is sufficient. But there's a time he'll come to this point and say, that's enough, like he did Sodom and Gomorrah. He'll come to that place and say, well, I've seen enough. I'm sick of looking at it. There's a scripture in the Bible where God repented, he made men. And, you know, there's no reason for all, God can't, he's the only one who could feed the whole world. But there's a lot of money that's being wasted from our government. Should help our veterans, our sick, our afflicted. I mean, you got this family coming from over the border, right? Now listen to this. I had a guy send a comment in and say, is this a show? Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain in the Hillbilly Way what is going on in America today that you can't see. But we got these family coming over from overseas, okay? And then you got this family here in America that's worked here all their life and somehow they got sick or they got cancer. They have to go through all kinds of stuff to our government to be able to get help. This family comes over here across the border. They just put in for it and it's handed out to them. But this family had worked here all their life and somehow, some way, life dealt them a bad case of cancer or a bad sickness. And they have to do without and have no income and do without after they worked their life away and they got sick and they can't help themselves. And our government is over there helping somebody come across the border. Never worked a day in their life, and they're wearing $high clothes, they're wearing $high shoes, they got a cell phone. And this family over here can't even afford food, much less a cell phone. And our government is giving this family coming across the border all this help. And that's American people that worked hard all their life and bad things happen to them. And our government won't do nothing but turn their back on them, won't even give them food stamps, won't even give them, they won't give them a check, they won't help them. Don't it make you mad to see that? And they just keep coming across the border. know 3 people, old people, cannot afford health care. Join a Social Security. Disabled. They sent them a letter. Oh, we can't do that. We can't help you no more. We can't. We're going to have to look at this. We're going to have to look and see if you're eligible. But this family coming across the border is eligible. I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad. Oh, I ain't like Tucker Carlson. I can't just calmly say it and like it's nothing. I'm mad. This family's coming over here getting a free ride, and they got more than this family in the United States, and they're getting more. And then the ones that want somebody in the office to run for president, or want to be somebody that they want to get rid of, somebody that's trying to destroy our country, and they became terrorists. That's what they are. They're terrorists. Mega terrorists. Make America great. That's what it stands for. It don't mean nothing else. Make America great. Biden's making America great. He's making it ready for a great fall. That's what he's doing. You look around you and figure it out. God bless you.
Thanks for joining us today. To watch this show again, be sure to visit talkinlive.com. We now have Roku and Amazon Fire TV channels for you to watch from your home TV. Or find more of our recent shows on most any of your favorite social media platforms. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night, world. We will be talking live with you next time. The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin' Live presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin' Live TV broadcast studio, or by this channel or its management.
To join the conversation, call 706-935-TALK. We are talking live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all of your favorite streaming platforms.